We visit many gorgeous farms on this show, but none prettier than Xai C farms in Snohomish. Mary Towle took over the farm from her parents, and between the three of them, they grow some of the most beautiful crops in Washington State.
I've always done different types of jobs. I had a different career path, and every time I always kind of came back here to help them, And then midsummer, last summer, I decided, you know what? Whether I'm ready or not, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
All in.
All in.
Mary and her parents sell their flowers at Pike Place Market. As refugees, Mary's parents brought their skills for growing with them.
Well, my parents, they're refugees from Laos. Third world country, and so they literally had to kind of grow to eat, grow their food. And so when they came to America, not having the ability to speak English or to learn to read or write, the only thing they were really good at was growing things in their garden, So in the beginning, my parents were like, okay, we can grow vegetables. We grow vegetables all the time in our motherland, And then eventually they moved on to flowers because flowers make more money. They can sell for more.
Why do you think Washington is such a great place to grow flowers?
I think because our climate here, we are kind of the perfect climate to grow flowers in. We're not too extreme, not too hot, and not too cold, and we get a decent amount of rainfall.
Although Washington is one of the best places to grow gorgeous flowers, Mary has noticed some changes.
The season usually ends when the first frost gets here, which is usually, from what I remember as a kid, November-ish. But this year it seems like it's a little bit earlier and earlier in October. When it's hot, super hot.
Yes.
When it's raining, it just pours,
Okay.
So it's like when it's extreme, it's extreme.
Right.
Climate change is real.
Now Mary's gonna let me pick sunflowers to make my own bouquet.
What are some things I want to keep in mind when I'm harvesting?
Well, for sunflowers, you do want to make sure they haven't been bloomed all the way. Like, for example, something like this. Fully bloomed, ready to seed really soon. Yeah,
Okay.
So you don't want to pick those.
So
More like this is good. Something like that.
It's just starting to open
Right.
and flower.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
something like this is good too.
Okay.
Right.
So a good couple of feet. Oh.
Your first one.
I'm so proud.
Time to turn these flowers into a bouquet.
Usually I start with the main
Start with the main flower.
flower.
Okay.
And then I go for the tall one.
So then a tall one. Okay. Do you stay on the same color palette or do you
You
work
can
with
mix it however color palette you like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
however you like.
Oh, this is so much fun. This is relaxing. It feels like meditative almost.
It is, yes. When it comes to arranging, you kind of want them to look as natural as possible in the bouquet.
You will make it look so easy.
Seeing and watching what you put into the ground and just watching it come up and then harvesting it and then giving it to the people who can appreciate that. Just seeing it from the very start to the very end is just really rewarding and satisfying.